Welcome back. So now let's try and do the edit part. And again, just like the delete, we're going to need two different action methods. We're going to need one that's as a get. So let me just write it this time because it's okay to write it. HTTP get. That's the first one we need to use for our function here. HTTP get. So the first edit is an HTTP get. The second edit is going to be an HTTP post. So we have two edit buttons now, edit action methods. Now I think the second one will just return a Boolean value that says, no, it's going to return a person, of course. It's going to return a person, P, and that's of course the edited person, so that we know what he is. We're going to grab the first of default, and we're going to, and that's going to be found by looking at the person's ID. There we go. And then we're going to find that person, hopefully we want to edit, and then if he's null, we'll just return to the index, and if not, then we'll add all his properties, and in my case it's very simple. We'll just say name equals p.name, and then we're kind of done. We'll return to index here. Anyway, there we go. And then we're done editing this guy. Now, there are other ways to do this, but let's run over what I'm actually doing here. So I'm adding two action results here. The first action result, I'm going to send in an ID to find the actual person that I want to edit. I'm not editing him yet. I'm just finding the person I want to edit. Then I'm going to pass that person, if I find him, into a new view, an edit view. And that edit view, I'm showing you it in a second, but that edit view is actually going to contain the HTML to save a new person or edit a person, right? So change the name. Okay, now after, if I say send from that edit view, I'm going to hit the post set here with another edit, and that's going to take the person, find the person's by using the ID in the editor here, and then you're going to change his name and redirect to index, and then we're done. That should be the cycle here, right? So notice a few things here. One is that look how polluted my code is. There's so much information that should belong in a manager, and we will put it into a manager soon. Right after we've done the CRUD here, we will put this into a manager because this is getting way too polluted. Okay, but another thing you notice is that we have these two. One is get, one is post. They're called the same, but this guy just gets an ID to find the person, where this actually stores the changes inside the database. That's the goal. Let's have a look at the edit, this guy, the edit view that we're going to go into with the person we want to edit. So I start out by making it a strong type view. We already saw that. I add the view back title just to write edit up here in the menu when we show it, and I make a post function, and I'm going to hit the edit guy right here. Now I add a label for this field, and this time I want to add a value here up front. So I'll say value that will be equal at, and then model dot, and then the name. So this is how I can add directly inside the value field. You know, the value field is just, that means that the field is auto-populated when I open the window, open the edit part, right? Then it will be populated with this. And then I have a save user down here. When I press that, I will send the name and the entire person back to the edit action. That should be all I need to do. Let's try and run this and see what actually happened. Oh, I'm missing one thing, of course, because we need to go into the index page. I need, of course, an edit button. So we'll just add an edit button here very simply. And then we do a slash here. And I think you can even do an @ sign here where we just send in the person's ID in the end. What does this mean? Well, it means that we're going to write /person/edit and then the ID in the end, because that is one of the standard links that you can call inside any route using the different routing setups, the routing scenarios. We don't want success, we want a yellow one, so that's, I think it's warning. Let's try that, and let's try and run it again. Now there should be, for each row, be a small edit thing in the end that we can click that looks like a button that should be yellow, but let's see what happens when this starts up.